Howdy folks, welcome back to another episode of R&P What's Sold. This is for the last week of May 2021. Let's get right into it. Alright, first of all, I've got an action figure. This is a WWE figure from 2018, not vintage. It sold for $44.70. I had $5 into this one. I bought a couple of these 3 weeks ago. This is the last one that I have. This is Charlotte Flair, WWE wrestling figure, WrestleMania Queen 2018. So that was a good sale. Happy to see that go. All right, next up, I'm selling more North Face long sleeve stuff. It's a little bit warmer, colder weather clothing, but it still seems to be going, selling pretty fast. This one sold for $29.03. I've had it for a while. Had about $2 into this one, I believe. North Face pullover, half zip, kind of an orangish brownish kind of active wear pullover. Like I said, $29.03 out the door. Okay, I put an Instagram post out about this one. This is man cave stuff. I have a lot of bar taps, bar mats, signage, some signage. This is a Newcastle Brown Ale rubber mat that sold for $23.46 out the door. These kind of sit for a while, but they do pretty well. You can get them for 50 cents to $1 if you buy them. I bought this in a lot of a bunch of them at a garage sale a few years back, actually. So it was actually an Amazon FBA return. So $23.46 shipped. Okay. So next up, I've got, this is an action figure head, 1/6 scale action figure head, female, nothing fancy. I sell a lot of 1/6 scale type stuff, figures, body parts, like as in like hands, feet, arms, when people are changing those things up. This sold for $25.98. It's a slower seller, but very light item, maybe a couple of ounces, and very easy to store. So $25.98 out the door. All right, next up, this is another bread and butter item, Patagonia long sleeve. This is a thinner shirt. I sell Patagonia pretty much within a month or two of listing it, sometimes a lot less. $31.78 out the door. Had about 99 cents into that one in a big lot that I got last summer. All right, I'm starting to pick up some more golf stuff. This is a set of 2 boxes of Callaway X2 hot golf balls. Sold for $20 out the door. I had $2.99 into this one. Got these only maybe about a week and a half ago, not too long ago. So $20 out the door. I'm happy with that one. All right, let's skip a few of these. I'm trying to make these videos go by a little bit faster with hopefully less clothing. All right, this is a Tim Hardaway. It says NBA Hoops action photo. It was sealed in plastic. It's like an 8x4 photo. Made by, I guess, NBA Hoops. It's sold for $11.47. I bought a lot of about 20 of these for $10. So this is the first one to sell. And I have multiples. Like I think I have another one of the same exact photo. So $11.47 out the door. Super light, super easy to ship. So I'm happy with that. All right, next up, this is a kitchen item. General Electric cordless slicing knife. It's vintage kitchenware, $33.65 out the door. I had $4.99 into this, I believe, or could have been $2.99. I sure didn't write down my notes. I got about 5 or 6 of these a few months back just to test them out. They've moved, not as fast as I would like, but they're moving pretty well. So $33.65. out the door. Just make sure that you have all the parts, because sometimes the blades are missing. It will come with 2 or 3 blades. Sometimes one of them is gone, one of them bent, broken. Test them out. I tested this out. It charges, I should say that it moves. You can see the knife. You can slice things with it. So I tested it out before I listed this one. All right. Let's skip that. That's another shirt. Okay, this is another comic book. I'm starting to slowly get into comics. I still don't really know much about them because I don't really read them. This is The Last of Us, and it was in pretty bad shape. It did have some sticker residue. The thrift store that I got it from put a sticker directly on the top of it. It was only 99 cents, but still, they right over. I don't know if you can see that where it says "The Last of Us" on the front there, bottom left corner. There's a kind of a blackish, stickerish, bluish type stuff stuck there still. So I put that in there. But this still sold for $70.18 out the door. So happy to see that one go. All right, let's skip a few more of these. This is just another basic Nike t-shirt, big logo. I like the bigger the logo, the better. People seem to like that. Nothing fancy about this. Just an XL Nike, I believe it's a dry fit shirt. $18.20 out the door. Had about $1 into this one. Okay, this is an item that I bought and sold. Excuse me. That I sold last year, and they just didn't pay for it, so it's sold again now. Hopefully this time it will stick. Kobe Bryant, Los Angeles Lakers, McFarlane Series 9 action figure from 2005. Sold for $106.12 out the door, including tax and shipping. And like I said, I think I sold this for about the same, maybe a little bit less, a year ago. When Kobe passed away, unfortunately, I had this listed already, and it just wasn't paid for. So it sold again recently, so a couple of days back. So 106 out the door. Very happy with that. All right, another tank top. This is a Rockstar energy drink tank top. I've sold multiples of these. Rockstar stuff does pretty well. $45.97 out the door. Had about $1, maybe $1.50 into this one. So and the brighter the colors, this is a pretty plain looking one, but bright colors. Some of them come with like bright red, bright orange, bright pink, purple, yellow. Get those do even better, and they sell even faster. Okay, pair of shoes. I don't sell enough shoes. I used to sell more. I sell more at FBA. It's just a pair of plain white Nike Shocks. They sold for $59.93. They've been sitting for a while. I don't even know what I have into these, to be honest, because I've had them for so long. And I used to buy a lot of Shocks. I prefer to buy the colorful ones. These ones are very bland, kind of drab looking ones. They are used though, so $59.93 out the door. I'm happy with that. All right, skip a few here. Okay, this next one is a jersey. Got this about 4 months ago, I believe. A Reebok Authentic Swingman Houston Rockets Yao Ming jersey, number 11, $55.80 out the door. I had, I believe, $4.99 into this one. I got this at a thrift. I probably bought about 12 that day. This is one of them. They go slowly. You got to be careful with jerseys. I'm always apprehensive because of them being faked so much. So be careful. I'm not the biggest expert with jerseys. I just know that if it feels off, if it looks off, if the stitching is off, because they're usually perfect, then I would just leave it, even if it's something that could go for a lot, because you do not want somebody saying that it looks fake. Okay, next up, this is a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. Nothing fancy. It's a Hawaiian shirt. I thought this would sell for a lot more. Sold for $32.68 at $2.99 into this. Got this about 3 months ago. It's a limited edition Polo Ralph Lauren. It just had different scenes of beaches and sunbathing on the front of it. Kind of a green, blue, yellow shirt. Nothing fancy. It's a smaller size, a medium too. So $32.68. I'm happy to let it go. It's been sitting for too long. All right, let's see here. Let's skip a few here. Okay, this next one is just a G.I. Joe figure. I sell these pretty much every time. You've seen these a lot if you watch any of my previous videos. $22.23 out the door. Bazooka Missile Specialist. I don't even have his name in there. I think I forgot to put his name in there. But anyways, just it's missing accessories, and was able to stand up though, as you can see in the picture though. So it didn't need a new O-ring. But $22.23 out the door. Happy with that. All right, let's see here. This next one is a brand I never heard of. It's a toy brand similar to like Playmobil, or kind of similar to Lego. It's called Brio. I picked up like 5 boxes, new in box here. This is a World Market Stand, and it sold for $30.28. And like I said, I picked up several of these. I think I have one left out of the 5. But new in box, I believe they were $4.99 a piece that I got them for at the thrift. So brand I'd never heard of, Brio. It took a while to sell. I want to say about 6 months though. All right. The only reason I'm going to show this is Patagonia shirt is because it had a slightly cooler design. I found this. I had about $1 into this one. Sold for $37.90, including tax and shipping. Just a running, hiking. You see the guy running, kind of like a Forrest Gump with a beard-esque type logo there. Patagonia stuff, like I always say, just sells really, really fast. All right, let's skip these. Okay, let's go on to, this is a brand that I've been selling a little bit of. I don't find it that much. I've sold maybe 3 shirts. Huck, I believe it's a fishing brand. This sold for $58.18. Now, a lot of that was the shipping and tax. I believe about $40 of that was the actual item cost. But anytime I've sold Huck, or maybe it's HUK, I'm not exactly sure, it goes fast. Long sleeve, short sleeve, it's active wear. Looks very similar to like the Vineyard Binds or the Under Armour type stuff. But I believe it's geared towards fishing. So if you see that, pick it up. All right. Let's see here. Okay, I got another G.I. Joe figure here. This is a 91 Commander, Cobra Commander. Didn't actually work, and it actually has a piece on the back that actually is supposed to have him talk. So when I got this, I was happy. It was in a lot, but when I pressed the button, you can't actually change the battery, unfortunately, or maybe you can. I just don't know how. 2786 out the door. He still stands, just barely. You can kind of see him. It looks like he's got arthritic knees, but anyways, happy to see that one go. 2786, excuse me. All right, let's skip a few of these. Let's try and make this go by a little bit faster. Just a couple more. These are all clothing, but hopefully they're a little bit different for you. This is a sweatshirt, Netherlands, Holland, KNVB football soccer jersey sweatshirt. It's like a warm-up that would go over the jersey, I guess. I got this for $2.99 in the fall, I believe. So it's probably about 6 months. $45.38 out the door. If you get any like soccer related stuff, just make sure that it's branded. The tag is good. It doesn't say, the tag just doesn't look weird, because this stuff is faked a lot. Sweatshirts, jerseys, warm-ups, shorts, any of the stuff, windbreakers. Does well. It does sit for a little bit, but if it's branded correctly and big logos, even though this was a pretty plain looking shirt, but it had the logo on the front there, it will go. I'm a big fan of selling soccer stuff, not just because I watch the sport. All right, 2 more here, and then I'll let you guys go. This one was I described it as hip hop graffiti type shirt. I'd never heard of Reynolds and Perry before, and this one sat for like over a year, I believe. It sold for $59.97. Rooftops and Sunsets. I'm not sure which one was the actual brand there. This has been so long since I've listed this item, but Reynolds and Perry, Rooftops and Sunsets. It had a really cool logo on it. Nice big size shirt, 3XL. I thought this would sell a lot faster, but anyways, anything that looks out of the ordinary like this, I pick up. Skater wear, graffiti wear, hip hop wear, any of that kind of stuff I like. If you get it for cheap, I believe I had $1.99 into this, so $59.97. I'm really, really happy with that. All right, last one for today. This is a brand I really don't pick up very much. Echo United. I wasn't exactly sure what this was of. It's a tank top. It looks like it's got this scene from a stadium. I thought it was a soccer stadium. I wasn't exactly sure, so I just took a shot. There's the big rhino logo there. You can see if you just zoom into this picture. But this one sold within about 3 weeks, $60.40. If you get, say, Echo United or Unlimited, I believe it is, sorry. Echo Unlimited kind of doesn't really sell for me that well, but if it's something that's a little bit out of the ordinary, a little bit more interesting looking, it will, even if it's a boring brand. Like I've sold Morona stuff that just was a little bit cooler looking. So, and obviously if you get it for cheap. So if it's cool, don't discount it just because of the brand, I guess is my point to that. $60.40 out the door, and I'm happy with that. So that is it for today. I tried to be a little bit faster in describing the items. If you like these, please check out our previous What's Sold videos. I also do a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, most Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Myself and Leroy from Blood, Sweat, and Sell on YouTube do a just listing live eBay, Amazon listing show. You can join us there and maybe even jump on live with us if you want to list with us live on the listing panel. So anyways, until the next one, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and this is Mo saying, have a good day.
Thanks for listening to the Reseller Niche Podcast. Show notes and social media links are located at resellerniche.com. Please comment, rate, and subscribe to us on iTunes or YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.